Once again, Neymar Jr. is sidelined by injury, and the dream that once looked unstoppable is now surrounded by uncertainty. Today's story is not just about an athlete. It is about Brazil's heartbeat in football, a nation that has danced through history on the magic Neymar brought to the pitch. Welcome to this deep dive on Neymar's latest knee setback and what it could mean for the 2026 World Cup farewell he has envisioned. Before we begin, let this sink in. One of the most iconic names in modern football might be running out of time. Not because of age, not because of skill, but because of a relentless body that refuses peace. From a moment Carlo Ancelotti accepted the challenge to steer Brazil national team toward future glory, supporters believed Neymar would be central to that blueprint. A leader whose creativity could unlock defenses even against the fiercest rivals like France, a team known for its evolving firepower ahead of the 2026 World Cup cycle. But optimism has been interrupted again. If you're watching this video, consider this your exclusive breakdown into the larger picture, because this is not a headline scroll past. This is a turning point in the career of a star many already call a generational enigma. Since the 2014 World Cup, where his tournament ended early due to a brutal back injury in the most dramatic of ways, Neymar's career has wrestled constantly with fitness struggles. Over the past decade, his name has been listed repeatedly among the most injured footballers globally, a narrative that has tainted what should have been peak artistic dominance in world football. Each time Neymar regained momentum, the football world exhaled in relief, only to be confronted again by devastating setbacks. The latest blow arrived last night. Reports confirmed that a new knee injury will keep Neymar out of action for the rest of 2025, meaning the year's fixtures have already ended for him. The news did more than pause a season. It froze hope. Knee issues, specifically recurring right knee trauma, including ligament complications, have been his most damaging enemy over the years. These injuries have stripped precious chapters from a career that was once scripting Ballon d'Or debates, Champions League highlight reels, and impossible goals that defied physics. His time at clubs like Al Hilal, where fans hoped a structured environment might aid longer fitness spells, has also seen interruptions from rehabilitation cycles. Recovery timelines have grown shorter between injuries, not longer, raising a stadium-sized question mark on his ability to maintain a full month, sometimes even a full match cycle, without a new physical breakdown. This has triggered widespread speculation among football analysts who assess Brazil's squad depth, asking if Brazil will include Neymar in the 2026 World Cup roster or build a campaign without him to craft a more sustainable tactical identity. Many experts now argue the knee injury has placed Neymar into the most fragile phase of his career, with some claiming this might be the beginning of the end, a prediction that shakes millions. Neymar has never lacked desire. In fact, his ambition to retire on the grandest stage handcrafted the motivation behind his most recent fitness vow. Earlier, Neymar publicly committed to reclaiming full match fitness to prove his value to Ancelotti's strategy for the 2026 World Cup qualifiers and final formation planning, a promise that rekindled belief among his followers worldwide. But fate punched first. The injury announced last night is no minor setback. It is the kind of injury that mocks even the most advanced sports medicine departments with unpredictable recovery patterns. Such injuries have historically kept Neymar away from crucial windows, including Copa America stretches, domestic finals, and international test matches where his presence might have influenced tactical adaptation. His peak years, which should have aligned perfectly with his explosive Paris Saint-Germain era or Barcelona playmaking phase alongside stars like Lionel Messi, were consistently hijacked by rehabilitation timelines. Fitness regression has become a shadow that follows every comeback headline. Fans joke with affection when they call him Full Injury Jr., but inside the humor lives heartbreak, because every injury meant a match unplayed, a dribble unseen, a goal never attempted, a roar never heard. Knee ligament injuries, bone bruises, meniscus damage, and muscular instability in compensating areas have sometimes kept him out for months, creating a pattern no athlete desires. The psychological weight of these injuries has also shaped the narrative around his resilience, transformation, and adaptability as age intersects with physical recovery needs. Now at a stage where recovery cycles are shorter, rebuild windows tighter, and tournament proximity louder, Neymar faces the ultimate exam. Can he recover, return, and force his way back into the Brazil 2026 World Cup 11 debate dominated currently by fresh, emerging talents? Brazil is grooming? Tactical evolution is brutal. International football does not pause identity for nostalgia, and dominance no longer waits for promises. The challenge for Neymar now is not only to heal, it is to be undeniable again. To break into the predicted starting 11 that analysts speculate Ancelotti may deploy, Neymar would need to reclaim explosive mobility, sprint tolerance, dribble acceleration, match consistency, and sustain 90-minute impact capacity. Analysts assessing Brazil's next steps ahead of 2026 fear selecting Neymar might demand building contingency structures around his availability rather than building a system strengthened by his certainty. Many fear this time a comeback might not guarantee reinstatement. The knee injury's significance has unleashed fresh strategic debate on whether Brazil should plan for a 2026 World Cup campaign without Neymar's guaranteed inclusion, potentially prioritizing team structure over individual brilliance. Brazil's squad has evolved rapidly, and competition for attacking positions has become fiercer than ever. To secure a place in the 2026 World Cup team, Neymar would need not just recovery. He would need rebirth, reinvention, repetition, and resilience at a scale larger than the stadiums he captivated. Some football commentators have even published predictions suggesting Neymar's international minutes may be nearing irreversible decline unless fitness stability rewrites the timeline again. But among the experts analyzing risk, one thing stays irrefutable. No player in Brazil's current generation has matched Neymar's creative physics. His passing threads split defensive universes, his instincts break cameras, his leadership has shaped identity, and his courage has carried a jersey that millions sleep beside. Brazil without Neymar is not impossible. Brazil without Neymar is unfamiliar. The story is not technical only. It is emotional, psychological, historical, and symbolic. Numbers explain his injuries, but numbers cannot explain his legacy. Headlines debate availability, but headlines cannot define his impact. Doctors repair ligaments, but doctors cannot repair the dreams supporters carry for him. The real question today is not whether Neymar is injured. That is already answered. The real question is, will Neymar recover once more and arrive stronger to reclaim his voice in the Ancelotti blueprint, or will the 2026 World Cup become a stage that opens without him? For a voiceover script crafted for a news slideshow-style video, this narrative must remain engaging, urgent, emotional, clear, paced, immersive, and cinematic, because fans do not want a farewell that ends in a clinic room. They want the farewell Neymar scripted under World Cup floodlights. Recent updates in Brazilian football circles show strategic shifts in depth charts and creative succession planning ahead of 2026 that could influence Neymar's international role relevance. Yet, hope has its own mechanics in football, and Neymar has rewritten comeback scripts before when belief collapsed. What you think as a football fan matters, what millions think matters, but what Neymar proves next will matter most, because football does not reward sympathy, football rewards evidence. The challenge ahead of 2026 is not merely physical recovery. It is a race between injury narrative and legacy narrative, between uncertainty and undeniable brilliance, between analysts predicting rotation frameworks and fans demanding certainty again. For the Brazil 2026 World Cup debate today, Neymar's injury might look like defeat, but Neymar's will has always looked like a comeback invitation. Whether the invitation becomes confirmed again or remains unfinished will define the most important chapter of his late career. One that could either become the most triumphant revival or the most painful absence ever felt in Brazil's modern football history. The ball is silent today, but the world is watching for Neymar's next touch, because uncertainty sells headlines, but magic sells history. Neymar Jr. Brazil National Team, Carlo Ancelotti 2026 World Cup, France Copa, America, Lionel Messi Paris, Saint-Germain Barcelona, Hilal ligament injury, 2014 World Cup.